Thank you everybody for coming over to see us today. My name is Ryan Blair. I'm the Senior Product Manager for our grouts and sealants at Laticrete. You've probably seen me on our Facebook site. It's the bald guy who gives away stuff for SPECTRALOCK. Did that for the last couple of years. Anyway, today we're going to talk about SPECTRALOCK 1. And what is SPECTRALOCK 1? So SPECTRALOCK 1 is a premixed grout with epoxy performance. So traditionally, over the last, let's say, dozen years, there's been premixed grouts on the market. And we have one. And basically those grouts are glorified caulks. They're made with urethane, they're made with an acrylic base, and they're essentially glorified caulks. They basically get up to maybe 100 PSI. They're very soft, they're flexible. We have one, it's called Ready to Use. If you've used it, thank you. This is a whole new level. We've evolved the entire premix market completely. SPECTRALOCK 1 is essentially an epoxy in a premix form. It gets epoxy strength. So back in 2017, we went to our R&D guys and we said, you know what? Let's scrap whatever we've done with all the old premixes. Let's stop making just a regular premix. We want SPECTRALOCK in a pail. You know what they said? There's no way, we can't do that. We said, well, we're going to. We're going to do it. They put all hands on deck. And we have two of our R&D people here that can attest to this. Everybody. We said in 2 years, we want a premixed grout that has epoxy performance. And lo and behold, they did it. We launched a year ago. Then the wonderful pandemic hit. And of course, we were like, great, we got a brand new product. We had some hefty goals, and actually, you contractors out there loved it so much, we exceeded our goals by almost double. This has taken the market by storm. Like I said, we've evolved the premix market. And when that new standard comes out, whether MMSA or whoever decides to get that ANSI standard out for premix grouts, this doesn't fit that. Like I said, this has epoxy performance. 3,500 PSI. No one comes close. Not at all. Like I said, we have a flexible grout. It's called Ready to Use. This is totally different. Basically, when we developed this product, it's not an acrylic, it's not a urethane. It has FR3 technology. What's FR3? Fiber reinforced reactive resins. That's what this product has within it. That's our technology. It's patent pending. So no one's going to be able to touch this thing for 17 years. Like I said, it's at least 10 times stronger than everything else out there. It's 3,500 PSI. I mean, putting that in perspective, it's like a cementitious grout. It's just like an epoxy. It hits that ANSI A118.3 standard, 5.6 section for a strength of an epoxy. All right. Obviously, no mixing required. It's pre-mixed. Open up the pail, you're ready to go. No sealing required, so it's got a very, very low porosity. We say it's stain-proof grout. So it's very, very low porosity. Don't need to seal it. Unnecessary. Skip over that. I said patent pending. So here, I don't know if everybody's well aware, but we have now, we've started this marketing campaign called Project Safety. Essentially, for decades, over 65 years, we've made products that help contractors do it faster, do it easier. But a lot of times, and a lot of you contractors can attest, after 15, 20 years of putting grout or thin set down, who can walk regularly? You can't. We're trying to make more products that are safer for contractors to use, whether they're lightweight, whether they do not contain silica, or like this product, there's no plumage, there's nothing, there's no respirable silica whatsoever in this product. Just trying to make it safer. Also, it's got very, very low VOC, the volatile organic compounds, very, very low. You open up a pail of this and you're in a small bathroom, small kitchen, you don't smell it. And I encourage you, when we do our demo, anybody here that wants to touch, feel, taste SPECTRALOCK 1, please come up. Please, I want you to feel it. I want you to play with it. This is, I mean, it's honestly every day, and I've got a slide on here. Every single day, I'm not kidding you, on our Facebook site, somebody's got to, they use SPECTRALOCK 1, they have to take a picture of the pail in that new shower they just did. It's like, it's mandatory every single day. I'm not kidding. Follow us on Facebook, you'll see it. It also can be submerged. So this is, I'd like to say, the only premix grout out there that you can submerge. So after 14 days, you can fill a pool, fill a fountain, and it can be used. We have a fountain going right now. Actually, we decided I wanted to show how this product can be submerged. We've got a fountain right now. We're doing some baptisms later, so you can stop by at like 4 o'clock and you can be blessed by Laticrete. So it also has microban as well. Microban, a big push obviously through the last year. Microban has probably quadrupled their sales, but we have microban in most of our products now as well. So I think I've talked about all these, the unmatched strength, no staining, no mixing. One thing about the staining, so the product is made with SPECTRALOCK sand. And what SPECTRALOCK sand, this is a non-pigmented product, just like regular SPECTRALOCK Pro Premium. So that color is basically baked onto the sand. So there's no pigments. You're not spreading around pigment, you're just spreading around sand. Extremely easy to clean. You'll see when I start washing this, how easy it is to clean. That was one thing that I myself, we had 5,000 different formulas, and I'm not kidding. We've got books, 250 pages each, probably 5 to 10 formulas on each page. We went over 5,000 formulas to hit on this formula here. And the biggest thing I said is, it's got to clean easy. And the first iterations, they were so difficult to clean. This, just with water, strictly water, one wash, wait 45 minutes, an hour, depending on obviously ambient temperature, etc. Once it's hard to the touch, which it cures up fast. So you're going to spread it, you're going to clean it within an arm's length. We always say like 5 to 10 feet within an arm's length. You're going to clean it, let it sit, let it harden up, because it hardens up super fast. And then we recommend using, Doodlebug, a white nylon scrub pad. That takes off any haze, and the next day you're good to go in a shower, 24 hours. That's how well this product works, this premix grout. I also have some demo materials up here. Like I said, when we're done, I encourage anybody to come up, spread it. What I did is I took our product and I grouted this board yesterday, and you can see with a screwdriver how strong our product is versus the competitor. So anybody who wants to come up and damage this board, go right ahead. So I talked about this earlier. I mean, we've got, like I said, I'm not kidding, every single day you see that green lid pail on our Facebook site. Hey, I just did this shower. I just did 15 showers. This is my new grout. This is my new Grow 2 grout. We've converted so many contractors. I mean, this is the future of grout. We all know that. A dozen years ago, we had Star Quartz out there. That came out. We've evolved this market incredibly. We've taken it light years ahead. So right now I'll start my demo. So we've got them there in all 40 colors, all 40 Laticrete colors. They come in these pails. I'll put on my safety materials here before I start grouting. It comes with the instructions on top. There's actually a little, I don't know if you can see it, just like a little cover. So that's twofold. Number one, obviously instructions. Number two, once you use this product, and the product's still good for 6 months after you open the pail, but once you use this product, you take that little lid out and reuse it. And it'll actually just basically follow your product down and just go right down with it, kind of just to help the oxygen so it doesn't cure up when you put it away. And if you can see this, creamy, super smooth. So if anybody's worked with a premix grout in the past, you'll know that most of them are really gummy. They're really gummy. And our product, it's like I said, it's non-pigmented, so it just spreads. It doesn't smear. It spreads. Most of the other premix grouts, they smear. But this is fantastic. Walls and floors, Very, very, very easy to move around. And the biggest key is it's so easy to clean, extremely easy to clean. So normally, like I said, give it 5–10 minutes. Five to 10 minutes, and then you'll start washing just with a regular sponge, nothing special. You want to take most of that water out of that sponge. You really just want it damp. You do not want it dripping. You don't need to have it dripping. Wring it out real well, and then you just dress the joints. Dress them up.
Anybody wants to come up and try it, I will give you swag. If anybody wants to come up, we'll have you, me, myself, Jill, and Danny as a coach. But I really encourage you to try it out. Don't be shy.
So let's say you missed a few spots. Next day you come back, you've got some voids. This will bond right to itself, up to like 1/8 of an inch, no problem. It'll bond right to itself, so you can fill those voids the next day. Use it on cement tile. We all know how cement tile stains. I said it before. It's made with SPECTRALOCK sand. There's no pigments. Use it on marble. No problem. There's no resin. So the big benefit to this product is obviously, for 20 years epoxies have been out there. We have Pro Premium. We sell millions of pails a year. I mean, we sell so much Pro Premium for the last 20 years. But there are people that basically become sensitive to epoxy grouts. I talk with contractors all the time. Man, I got to wear gloves all the way up to my shoulders. It's tough. We've got a gentleman that worked for us for 15 years. He demoed this stuff so much. Now if he smells it, he becomes a raspberry. He drove down from Pennsylvania. He's one of our VPs. He drove down from Pennsylvania. He said, I'll tell you if I'm going to be allergic to this stuff. Came down, worked with it, spread it on his arms, hopped in his car, drove home, said nothing happened. Nothing happened. That's a benefit. There's no epoxy resins. There's no epoxy resins, yet you get the strength of epoxy. It's reusable. Reseal it, throw your little cover back on, put it in there, put the lid on. That's it. You wait an hour after you wash it. Wait an hour. Use your little doodle bug afterwards. Use your doodle bug. Take off any haze that was left. You're good to go. I mean, it's like I said, it's revolutionized the entire premix market. Yes, question. I'm sorry? How long, so the question is, how long will it last in the bucket? So sealed, it's 1.5 years. Once you open it up, you have 6 months. So you could do multiple showers, multiple bathrooms. Any other questions? We love questions. Anybody want to come up here, play with it, touch it, smell it, eat it?
If you're satisfied with it.
Please, it's interactive. We're at a trade show. We're live. We're alive here. It's great. Nobody, anybody, please. It's my baby. I want people to touch my baby. Yes, question.
I got hats and shirts. Anybody comes up, I got hats and shirts. Let me pull these for you.
Okay, so the question was, how does it compare to SPECTRALOCK?
Good.
So
Thank you so much for
obviously there's two technologies we're talking about. One is basically a chemical cure. So SPECTRALOCK Pro Premium is an epoxy product, Part A, Part B catalyst. Mix those two together. You only have 80 minutes of working time. And no matter what you use, if you use it or not, it's going to harden up. It's a different product. That porosity is down to about 0.5%. It's got a much different look. You'll have that sheen kind of look because of those resins that are in there. This is an air cure product, much different. The nice part is obviously you can reuse it, but it also looks more like cementitious grout when it's finished. Price-wise, good question. Price-wise, they're pretty much equivalent to each other. So it just depends on your preference, what you'd like to work with, what job you're doing, how big the job is. So So a good question is the question is, does it come in commercial units? Not yet. We've done a lot of research with about 2,000 contractors across the U.S. and right now the 1 gallon was just fitting all their needs. But if there's that much need for it, absolutely, I'll be more than happy to put a commercial unit out there. So the question is, where do you get it? I mean, basically, any Laticrete distribution. You know, we do have Floor and Decor. In Texas, I don't know if we have a rep here from Texas, but I'm sure we've got a lot of distribution down there as well. Any other questions?
No, I would try it.
Great.
I'm not
Sure.
I guess I'll do it.
Why not? Play with it. Oh yeah. And anybody that comes up and tries it, you get a free hat. So.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
Tell them to look on our distributor locator, and they can punch in there.
Okay. Yep. So as Eric was saying, look in our distributor locator on Laticrete.com, and you can find those that stock our products that stock SPECTRALOCK 1.
Are you gonna try it?
I didn't. No, I saved it.
Like nice girly thing.
Thank you.